Love. We're awakening. We're becoming aware that love is who we are, and love is what lives with us, surrounds us, and we get to experience love wherever we go, whatever we do. Love is a choice. Love is the awareness and acceptance of our wholeness. It's the awareness and acceptance of the wholeness of others. It's the awareness and acceptance and the wholeness of life. And when you can accept life as it is and live every moment, no matter what that moment is, you are in love with life and life is in love with you. We teach a practical spirituality based on the teachings of science of mind, Buddhism, Hinduism, the teachings of love. We're not a dogma. We're a practical way of living. And one of the things we teach is meditation. So how about if we take a few moments and just quiet our minds, get into a relaxed state? Because what I've come to understand is that when we're in a relaxed state, our subconscious mind accepts a new idea so much quicker. So if you would, bring yourself to a comfortable seated upright position. Your back is straight. Hands gently resting on your lap. Eyes closed. All awareness on your breath. Consciously breathing in and breathing out. With every breath nourishing, with every breath purifying. The breath connects you to God, to the infinite, to spirit, to source, to the universe, to the cosmos, however you want to define it. It is breathing life into you with each breath, and you're accepting life as you take that breath in. You have been given the gift of life, the gift to experience whatever you choose. Know that experience can only be achieved if there is contrast. There has to be yin in order to experience yang. Good must be there as well as bad, hot and cold. Without that, we can't experience anything. So we embrace all of life. Why are we doing this? To love. To really come in touch and know the awareness and wholeness that exists within us and always has and always will. Know that whatever you feed your mind comes back to you in experience. Feed your mind thoughts of love. Feed your mind thoughts of balance. Feed your mind thoughts of growth and expansion. Feel that inner peace just swelling and filling every cell of your body. And notice how natural that feels. And with this connection, this state of natural being, I invite you to come back to this time, to this place, to this day, to this body. Begin to stretch, move, however that is for you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome back. Today, I thought I'd talk about spiritual healing, embracing the spiritual healing power that is within you. Spiritual healing is the process of aligning oneself with spiritual truths and principles to achieve well-being and transformation. It's not about doing anything. It's actually the realization of your wholeness at the core of all that you are. That observer aspect of you is whole and perfect. The illusion that you're not whole and perfect is that of the mind and that of the emotions. So when we truly align back into oneness, to source, healing is the natural outcome. You see, it involves shifting your consciousness, thoughts, and beliefs to harmonize with divine universal principles, fostering mental, emotional, physical balance and healing. This is the thing that I've come to understand, and that is the B word, balance. Balance is everything. If your thoughts are not balanced, you're either going to be in a state of stress, you're going to want something you can't have, or you're going to have something you don't want. But when you're balanced, you're not going to carry any thought into the future. Why? Because it's balanced. If you balance your emotions, you're not going to bother you in the future. What I've learned is that through my own experience, as I explore this, if I'm not in balance, I'm bringing all those thoughts that I've had in the past, all those experiences, all those emotions into the now. I'm not free to experience what's in front of me. But if I balance them out, if I balance out my opinions about my mother, my opinions about my dad, my opinions about this relationship, that relationship, if I bring them into balance, it no longer has a pull. If it no longer has a pull, I'm free. I'm free to experience the moment. But that's not what we're taught. That's not what we do. We tend to bring it in, don't we? Healing involves harmonizing the mind, body, and spirit to achieve a state of wholeness. It's about addressing the root causes of discomfort and disease, which are often stem from emotional and mental imbalances again. So, harmonizing the mind, body, and spirit. First off, remember, spirit, mind, and body, spirit is not equal to mind and body. Spirit is everything. Spirit has a mind and a body. But the mind and the body get between that aspect of spirit you are and what you're observing. Your thoughts are in front of it. Your emotions are in front of it. And because they're in front of it, it's like you're looking through a lens that's being filtered by all your thoughts in the past, all your emotions in the past. But when you harmonize the mind and spirit, you bring them into balance, you can see life more clearly. When you see life more clearly, what disappears? Discomfort, stress, dis-ease. Science today is showing that 85 to 90% of all human disease is the result of stress. That's an imbalance of emotions and thoughts. It is not a harmonizing with the soul. It's a disharmony that's causing that disease. When the body is balanced, the body heals itself. It has the power to do that. The healing journey begins with heightened awareness. By becoming more conscious of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, we can identify and address the underlying issues that cause us distress. This self-awareness helps us recognize patterns and habits that are all out of alignment with our true self. I know today I had the opportunity, I could have got myself all worked up and not in balance because I was filming something the other day and got it all done. And guess what? Afterwards, for whatever the reason, it disappeared. And I found out. And then I could have got myself in a total wad, upset and that. And I realized it's just what is. And so you do it again. What's the big deal? It's just what is. Do you see, by me accepting what is in front of me, and not dragging in all these judgmental emotions, I eliminated all that stress from my life. Life is about pivoting away from stress, pivoting toward acceptance, and living fully in the next moment, the moment in front of us. You see, healing is not about fixing what's broken, but about nurturing ourselves with kindness. Kindness means not stressing out. It involves treating ourselves with the same love and understanding we would offer a dear friend. By embracing ourselves with compassion, we create a safe place for healing to occur. You see, that state of compassion is a state of understanding, a state of balance, a state of peace. One of the things I love as I study hypnotism is that hypnotism works simply by getting yourself or another person into a state of deep relaxation. And then you implant new thoughts. But new thoughts won't get implanted without being in a state of deep relaxation. So if you're seeking to change, stressed out is not the way it's going to happen. It's only going to happen when you seek to do it in that relaxed state. It involves giving yourself understanding and being loving toward ourselves. Most of our suffering stems from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By focusing on the here and now, we release past hurts and future anxieties, allowing ourselves to experience peace and contentment. The power of now. You've heard that over and over again, but it's hard to get there. But once you start to understand that if you balance out your past emotions, you balance out your past feelings, you balance out your past thoughts, you see that not one is better than the other. You're not creating a preference or you're trying to repel away from one. You're not doing that. You're accepting whatever comes in and knowing it is about becoming aware that it's not who you are. You're not the mind and the body or your emotions. You're the one that's observing the thoughts coming in. You're the one that's observing the sensations the body's bringing in. You're the one that's observing the emotions that are coming in. And when you understand you're the one that's observing, you understand that those emotions, those thoughts, and those feelings, they are not who you are. And when you get that, you set yourself free. It's essential to free ourselves from the burdens of anger, resentment, and hurt. Forgiveness isn't about condoning harmful actions, but about releasing the hold that these negative emotions have on us. It's a gift we give ourselves, allowing us to live with an open heart. An open heart is not that I get everything I want. An open heart embraces everything that comes in. It feels the yin, the yang, the good, the bad, the high, the low. An open heart opens us up to the full and complete experience of life. For healing to occur, it is necessary to cultivate inner stillness through meditation and mindfulness. These practices help quiet the mind, allowing us to connect with our inner self and access deeper levels of healing. I meditate every day, twice a day. I don't focus when I'm meditating on healing. I just know that the state of being in meditation allows my body to do that healing. And here's the thing, no matter what type of meditation I have, I don't judge it. But I'll tell you this, no matter what type of meditation I've ever done, I always feel better when I come out than I did when I went in. Healing is the process of aligning oneself with spiritual truths and principles to achieve well-being and transformation. It involves shifting one's consciousness, thoughts, and beliefs to become one with the divine in us, fostering mental, emotional, and physical balance. Ergo, healing. Mental, emotional, and physical balance equals healing. The greatest opioid of the masses is the belief that you can be happy all the time. The fact is, you're going to be experiencing everything all the time. And when you go into a state of acceptance and fully embrace all of that, life becomes so much easier. It actually does become blissful because now you're not fighting against life. You're moving with life. That's the key. Remember, healing is not a destination, but rather a continuous journey of growth and self-development. I had the opportunity in the year 2000, given a diagnosis of a brain tumor. It was benign. Surgery was recommended. I chose not to have the surgery. The physician said he could give me a year. He could give me a year. I didn't really care. I was going to take whatever I needed. But he said, take a year and come back. And what I did is I practiced meditation twice a day. I visualized Pac-Man going into my body and eating away at the tumor. And I shifted my diet. I became a vegan. Why? I just did, because of what I read. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do. I'm not a vegan today. I'm a vegetarian today. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. But what I am saying is that in 1 year, when I went back, the tumor was gone. I attributed that was the meditation, and it was the visualization. But also, the human mind likes to believe it's doing something. And so being a vegan, it took out the toxicity. You know, there's a lot of toxicity in a lot of the foods we eat here in the United States. With a vegan, I was eating all organic. And so I knew what I was putting in my body. And so my body didn't have to spend a lot of time processing that. It could spend more time healing. And when I'm meditating, could spend more time healing. And with the visualization, I was letting the body become Pac-Man and get rid of the tumor. I know this works because I've proven it to myself. And what I want to say to you is all healing begins and ends with you. Love begins and ends with you. Life, your life, begins and ends with you. Make it a great one.